So today we're going to invite you on a sea trial with a 48 Greenline hybrid with a new Generation 6 hybrid system. We're going to show you all the advantages, and if you do like the video, please like the video and click the subscribe button. Nothing more comfortable than cruising the inner coastals, the rivers and the canals in absolute silence. Can't beat electric. To give you a good view how the Greenline hybrid system works, we decided to take a 48 Greenline hybrid out on a nice cruise in Florida, in the Fort Lauderdale Canal system, where you really can enjoy cruising on electric. So when you look at our previous videos from the previous hybrid system, you will see a big difference. And we will put a link in there so you can look them up and see the difference. The new Generation 6 will all be managed from this SIMRAD unit. The upside from the having everything running on the SIMRAD unit, you can transfer all the information what's here over to every SIMRAD unit you have on board. So that means you are not located or not limited to one screen at one spot. Wherever you have a SIMRAD screen, you can ask all the information about the hybrid system at your fingertips. As you can see on your screen, we're cruising with 6.2 knots. We are at 1300 RPMs, and each motor consumes about 18 kilowatts. So you have your kilowatt sign right here, and you have it right up here. You will see I pulled back a little bit with my propulsion, and now you see immediately how your kilowatt drops down. That is the perfect way to find your sweet spot for distance and long time cruising, because sometimes you pull back a little bit, you save, like you see right now, about 40% on energy, and we drop down about 1 knot. So this new screen gives you so better opportunity to manage your power and have an absolute control over your hybrid system. So the next big advantage is then we have the same screen here. I'm going to put it up here. You see it's all the identical screen. On this screen now you can pull up all your battery, your motor temperature. You have every information you want to have on just one fingertip. So no more looking in any manual or whatever. One fingertip, you have all the information you could ever need right here. And of course the same on the smaller main screen for the hybrid. So when you do run your radar, when you do run your GPS, you can run that right off here. You can put it on split screen, however you prefer to manage your GPS, your radar, or your hybrid system. One of my favorite upgrades is, as I preferred before, you look at the previous video, we used to have a switch back and forth between electric or hybrid. We eliminated that switch with using an automatic clutch. I will go more deeper into this when we crawl into the engine room. Right now, what that means for you, we have our ignitions on from our main engines. Ignition on means you have your green screen, so you're running strictly on electric. Going back to neutral, you wait till everything goes on 0. When everything shows 0, you push your start button. Your diesel will start, and as soon as the diesel is running, your screen switches to blue. That means blue, you're running on diesel. And your inside green is now you're charging. So I'm going in gear a little bit, rev up, and as soon as I rev up, you see the charge coming up. So the system is programmed that you don't get a full charge or any charge at idle, because we don't want to put the stress from getting in gear and adding the generator on top. So when you maneuver in diesel, you're running on 550, 600 RPMs, there will be no charge. I'm disengaging the motor right now, the gear right now, and rev up the motors. As soon as you rev up over 1,000 RPMs, you see the charge going up, and as higher you go up, as higher the charge goes up. The maximum charge you will see is about 15 kilowatts each side. That gives you a total of 30 kilowatt in charge. So when you're running your boat on electric, what you saw before is you're running on 10, 11 kilowatt each side, and when you go on diesel, you're recharging with up to 15 kilowatt. That means you're recharging faster than you discharge on electric. And that is a big advantage when you go switching between diesel and electric, so you always can recharge faster than you will discharge running on electric. So the biggest advantage of the system is for our long distance cruisers. So having this automated clutch, I will show you, I can turn off one diesel. So now you will see my port side switches to green, that's pure electric, and the starboard side is on blue and green. So now I'm going in gear, pushing forward. And now you will see it. I'm charging here on this side and I'm consuming on the other side. What does that do for me? What that does for me is I can go on long distance, can cut down my hours in half, can recharge the battery and still put energy in my port electric motor. So with that new system, you can extend your range dramatically. And you cut your hours in less than half, because now if you're going to go on slower speed, you see I'm charging with 8 kilowatt and I'm only consuming 3.9. I'm a little bit off with the RPMs. Let me square up the RPMs a little more, and then you will see how the boat is going to start getting faster. And here I am, I'm even on charge and discharge. So now you can, right now we're running even without digging into the battery. So if you alternate between port and starboard engine on a long journey cruise, you cut your engine in half, you cut your fuel consumption in half, you cut your wear and tear in half. So you're not only limited between diesel or electric, so you can go in diesel or electric. And when you play with it, you're going to manage to even charge your battery, so you can go diesel electric, charging your battery. When the battery is all full, you can go back to strictly electric and back to diesel electric, and then you can get a tremendous range out of one tank of fuel.
Udo, are we in diesel or electric right now?
Right now we are running on diesel. So the question I get asked so many times, how complicated is it? How long does it take to switch between diesel and electric or electric and diesel mode? Let's do it real quick. Right now we're cruising in a coastal. I'm at about 4.5 knots. I'm doing about 1,000 RPMs. I'm pulling back my diesels to neutral. Both motors are neutral. I'm turning off both diesel. Both gauges switch to green. Green means we're in electric, so I'm putting it back in gear, and you have your gear gauge right here. I show it right here, forward, neutral, and reverse. And then you can see that you are in gear, because when you're in electric, sometimes you forget that you're in gear. That's why we put that forward, neutral, and reverse logo on there, so you can see visually, yes, you are in gear. Another upgrade we've done is we put a bar in here what shows you exactly the state of your battery. Right now we're at 73%. At the current speed, that tells us 5 hours 7 minutes to empty. That gives us about 13 nautical miles. It will vary a little bit because we are in a coastal, so we went up and down in speed. So when I raise the speed and the amps go up, then the gauge tries to calibrate. So when you switch between throttles back and forth, you need to give the system a little time to calculate. But you have the calculator in here, what gives you exactly the distance and the time you have left on your battery. So I'm going to switch right now to diesel electric mode, and that will give you a very interesting show. I'm going here on neutral. I'm starting way to 0, starting the diesel, and now I'm going to go in forward, and now I will start charging with this side, and then you will see immediately how your distance starts shooting up through the roof. So as I say, whatever you see right now on the gauge is not accurate because we're playing around fast, slow, and everything. So you need to give the system a little bit time to react. But you see how quick you can go and how quick you can recharge your battery, even running on one diesel and on one electric.
So then, Udo, what's on this screen right here?
So in your detail screen in the center, it's your BMS, your battery management system, that gives you the state of your battery. What means what temperature the battery is, what amperage you consume or charge with. The blue on both sides is your motor, either your diesel motor or right now we're running on electric. When you run on electric, it gives you the current, what the motor consumes, the percentage of your shifter lever, the temperature of your HCUs, the temperature of your motor, so you can keep an eye on everything you really need to know about your electric drive system. So having the side door right here by the helm makes a single hand docking so easy, even in a river with the current. So now we're in the engine room, and as before, we have our standard diesel, this time a Yanmar. This boat particular is equipped with a 370 V8. Here in between, you can see the auto clutch, the electric unit, and the gearbox. When you watch the videos before, you realize we used to have that actuator box with hydraulic fluid and everything. We eliminated all of this on the new system, what allows us to run diesel electric, and of course we eliminate the whole maintenance of the hydraulics.
Thank you so much for watching our video here from Yacht Sales International. If you have any questions or comments or even a new video idea, don't hesitate to put it in the comment box below. Also, please like and subscribe. It'll help us continue to help us teach you about our hybrid systems. We'll see you guys soon.